Okay, when we get it done, what we want to do is cut these little spurs off. And I'll cut them all the way down the sides there. Turn it over. And we'll cut the spurs, what I'm calling spurs. These little things right here. So I'm going to cut these off, and then I'm going to go lay it out on the bed, and we're going to take a look at it. So I'll be back then. This right here is the back of it. And I think it looks awful good just on the back of it. So now I'm going to turn it over. You see the front of it. Here is what it looks like on the front. Man, it's pretty. I'm really proud of this one. I am. I'm really happy with it. Okay, I'm going to cut some strings because I got it's full of strings all over it. So I need to cut them. Then we're going to get ready and we're going to do our border. As I was cutting all these strings that I have out here, and which I've already done, got a whole bunch of them, I found this problem right here. See how it come up? So all I'm doing is I'm taking it and I'm turning it under, and I'm sewing it down so that it won't it'll still be, look good and all. It's just that I don't know, trying to sew it and all, it just didn't catch it, I guess. But so far I've found, this right here makes my 4th one that I found. And I was like, well, it looks like it's a problem. So, but usually 1 or 2, no big deal. Just fix it and go on. But now that I found like 4 of them, I'm like, man, I gotta show this, show what to do, and just sew it down. You're not gonna really see any of it whenever you get done with it. But that's all you gotta do is just sew it down. I gotta get rid of this. But right here is so far how much I got. I mean, that's a lot of string. Just string. But I'm bad about strings anyway. About anything I do, we're gonna have more strings. I ought to use my pinking shears a whole lot more, shouldn't I? I hardly ever use my pinking shears, but I guess I ought to start using them more. It'll help with all this shredding and all. But I figured I'd show that little tidbit. I didn't expect to get that. Alrighty. So, okay. But that's all you gotta do is just sew it down. And it'll be fine. Alrighty, there we go. Ignore the dog. But this is how much thread I got out of that whole thing. That's a whole bunch, ain't it? Okay, now that we got that done, we're going to work on the border. I want a 9-inch border. So, now then, let's pull all my junk down here, and we're going to take us a gander at what we got here. want to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to cut. I hope I have enough. Probably not. Let's see. Gotta have material to go on the very back of it. So we are going to, okay, we are going to use this one, and we are going to cut 9 inches okay, let's see if I can't get it leveled out here. That's my problem here. Alright, 9 inches. Let's see if we can't get this leveled out here. Let me turn this thing around. I'm sorry I'm not too... There we go. Now then, I can get to it better. And I can see a whole full line. Yes. So we're going to go 9 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 inches. Boy, I hope I'm going to have enough. And we have to cut it 4 times. There we go. I hope that's enough. We're going to find out. Well, it would have to be 2 of these on each side. Alright. So now we're going to go 9 more. I'll figure something out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's another side. That's only one side. This one right here is 2 sides. Now we want to go 9 more. Oh no, we're not going to have enough. We are not going to have enough for 9-inch border. I don't think, but uh-oh. Oh no. Okay, let's go with it. Now, I'm a little hair off up here. That's straightened out. Get rid of that. Okay. So there is 2 more. Alright, I want, see if I can get one more out of this. Well, this leaves me 1 inch. So what I think I'm going to do is hang on to this, and I am going to see if this is going to be enough, and I'll not cut no more into this one until I see. Alright, now what I'm going to do is this one right here. Let's start with this one right here. We're going to want it, let's see, 9 inches, and I don't want 9 inches on this one. I want 2 different colors in my border. So we want, if I do the first one, 2 inches, then this one right here would be, oh God, my calculator. I cannot add right now. I'm trying to cook and do this too. And, you know, kind of like don't mash this together. I've got 9. Subtract 2. We're going to equal, it would be 7-inch border. I don't like that. So how about 3 subtract 9, that'd be 6. So if I do this one in a 3 and then do the other one, this one in a 6, it would have to work. So now then, see if I can't get this right here lined up, and then we'll give her a whack. So I want 3. 1. And then 1, 2, 3. I want 2 of these each. So there's one side. There's one side. 1, 2, 3. There's 2 sides. One, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and continue to cut all these out. And I'm going to do this one here in a 6. And hopefully I have enough to do them all. This is my goal. And I think it's right here in the corner. I have just enough of this to put 2 of them in the corner. And I think that that's going to give it some good there. So, this one right here will be sewed on first, and then this one. And I'm hoping that when I turn my bottom piece on, it will turn over more and make it what I want. But these right here, they'll be sewed together. I'll take them over and I'll sew them like this right here down. All 4 of them to make them corner. And then I'll sew them onto this. But for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew all of them. I've already done started sewing all of them together here. Now I'm going to start sewing my other 2 together. So I will have, you know, these 2 right here. And then that way they'll be done. And then what I'm also going to do is, as bad as I don't want to, I'm going to have to trim all this down. Remember we went through and got all these dog ears off? But, or whatever I called them. I don't know what it was then. But I'm going to have to trim all this right here down and all to be able to do the border. So I'm going to do that. And also, I'll show you a little bit as we go. We're going to start putting our back on. Now this is the back backing. And what we want to do is put it about 2 inches, so we have plenty to put the corner on. This piece right here. Okay? Alright. So, we're going to lay it down on top. And then we're going to take our batting and we're going to lay it down on it. And we are going to pin it down. Now you want to kind of put the batting equal with your quilt because you're not going to need it past here. So if we just take and start pinning it down all the way down, and then we'll take it to the sewing machine. We'll have to turn it around so because of the batting, and then we're going to sew it down. So whenever I get done with this, now I'm going to go ahead and do the other side too. This is the shorter side. So I'm going to do the shorter sides and the longer sides. But I'm going to do the shorter sides first. Alright. I'm going to put you down here like this. Right here, you want to make sure that it all catched and everything. That you don't have to have any holes right in here. Okay. Now, let me make sure. Yep, you can see right here. So, now we're going to put this right here on. Now, we want to look at it, and we want to try to put all 4 of them the same way, because they're going to, if you put one like this, and one like this, it's going to show. So we want to make sure we do what we want. So the first thing we need to do is I need to find my scissors. Oh no, I have lost my scissors. Okay, so I'll find them. But we need to cut these tips off. We need to start right here on this side going up, right here. And we need to sew it down like we did the other one. Then we need to turn this over like this, so that whenever you do it and all, it'll be, let me try to show you. Alright, we're going to sew it down here, okay? And then on this one right here, we're going to do a seam, okay? Now, when we turn it over like this, and we're going to have both of them in there. I'll make sure you see. Okay. Then when we get over here, we're going to turn both turn this one under like this, like we did the other one, and we're going to pin it down after we put the first one on, and then it'll look, you know, like the blocks does. So that's the way we're going to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sew this one down, all 4 of them, and then I'll come back and we'll play with it from there, and I'll get more into detail so you can understand what I'm trying to say. I don't know if you can or not, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to sew these are here, all 4 down. This is the way I got sewed on there. So when I put the top one on this side, and we could take these right here and fold them down and do them like that, and this one right here as well. Now you want to make sure you don't sew this all the way down this way, because then you can't take this one and fold it over. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the other sides and get all this right here like this. It'll be like this. So you got to be real careful that you don't mess up your batting on all 4 sides, or it's like, oh no. Okay, so I got these other ones to go, so I'm going to get them done. Over. She's on it. And I don't know when I get back to it. But there she is. Let's ignore the cat, because she's right here. So now what we're going to do, we'll take this one, we'll fold it over like this. And then flatten it out, if the cat will let me, and get it straightened out there. Then we're going to pin it down. And it looks like I'm going to have to quit again. She ain't going to let me work on it. And then we're going to sew it down, straight down this way like we did the other ones. Then that way we can still turn it over and do the same thing. But we don't want to do it yet until we're completely done with both sides. So I'm going to wait a few minutes, and then I'm going to do all 4 of them the same way. Can I mess and make this cat move as cute as she looks laying there? She is most definitely comfortable, but I want to finish my quilt. I hear the cat. Look at the cat. Can you see that tail moving? There's the cat. I make her move, and she just finds other places to hide until I walk off, and then she comes back to my quilt. But there she is. I'm at my sewing machine, and I can't put my video there, so I'm going to have to... it's better on the side anyway. So, but when you're sewing this, and you're putting your back part on, you want to sew it to right about here, where the end of this one is, and so you don't, go into this right here too much, because you're going to have to bend this over. So you only want to go probably right about there with it, and so I figured I'd show you that, because when you're doing this, if you don't have it right, then you can't get this right here piece on. Alrighty, so there's that. Okay, when you get this other one on, you need to turn it and lay it flat like this. And you want to kind of make sure it's flat for a good piece down, so you make sure you get it leveled right. Oh, wait a minute, we're going the wrong way. We got to lay this flat, and we want to make sure that this right here is sewed all the way down, because you can't fix it afterwards. And I forgot to check yet. Yeah, I'm doing good. Okay. At least I got this side checked. I need to check the other one. Alright, now, this is the side we need to turn it on. I'll get it right. This is morning to me. I need a crane to lift this quilt. I'm telling you, it's heavy as it could be. It is heavy. Okay. So we got that. You want to make sure it's level right up in here. And then we're going to sew it right down in here, across. And I got 4 of these to do. And then we're going to have to put the back of the front on. But so far, this is working out good. I've been doing one at a time because it's so heavy and everything, and I don't want to mess up my batting. And with all that on there, it could be very easily caught and everything. So, let's get busy and finish these corners up. Okay, we've got all 4 of these sewed on. Now let's put the top one parts on. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold that down. It'll stay right there. And then we're going to get our strip. And we want to start right up here. You don't want too much of it. Probably about a finger length of the work. Okay? And then we're going to, that's just make sure we got it covered all the way. And then we're going to want to pin it down. And then we're going to want to sew it. So, this is our next step. So, hopefully, we'll pretty soon have this thing done. And I'm telling you, this thing is heavy. I'm going to have to pretty soon have a man come help me master this thing around. Because it is heavy as it can be. Alrighty, so I'm going to get busy. And I'm going to get these sewed on. When I get these sewed on, then I'll come back and we'll work on the rest of it. So I'll see you then. On my quilt, believe it or not, I got one more thing down here. It's got pins in it because I was checking all around to make sure everything was done. But, do you see what happened? I have another cat that's going to be in my way as I do this. I laid these right here out flat, pinned them all down, all the way around it. And I cut off my strips, the extra material that I did not need. I left some hanging over because we're going to need that on there so that we can fold it over like that. Okay, so now I'm going to sew, let's get my fingers right here, down this right here, down this one, and down this one. And then, when I get those done, all the way around it, then I'll be back and we'll show you what else needs to be done. Okay, I have them all sewed all the way around, here, here, and here. Okay, now we're going to work on this to get it down to where we can do some more work to it. So I'm going to cut this corner because we don't need it. So what we're going to do now is this right here really doesn't matter too much. We're going to roll, let's cut it down a little bit so we don't have so much of it there. There we go. Now, we want to take this one right here. We want to, probably too big, but that's okay. We're going to have a problem right here, but I will fix it. I have my ways of doing it. Let's see if we can't fold this down. We want to make it level out this way. See if I can't get it. There we go. I think that's going to be too thick. So let's cut it down some more. Oh, right about there work. That's fine with me. That right there makes a lot. It's probably about an inch there. Now let's try it. There we go. I like that better. So, we're not going to worry too much about this right here now. We're just going to leave it there because I have a remedy for this bulk that's going to be right here. Alright, now we want to do this side. Uh-oh, I sewed too close. Alright. There we go. Oh, it too far. Alright, let's cut this one down a little bit. Alright. Now then we're going to fold this one down. Alright, now we're going to do this side right here. And then we're going to do all 8 of them the same way. We are almost done with this quilt. Now this right here is going to be a tight fit. So, I'm letting you know, it's going to be a tight fit in there. Even though we're going to go ahead and get it up here. But some of this right here is going to be cut off right here. But we're going to go ahead and sew it down anyway. And then we got this side to do. And we're not going to worry about too much about this bulk right here because I'm going to put something there that'll take care of that, hide that, and still look good. So, now we're going to do all of them this way. But I'm going to cut some of this bulk off, and because we don't need all of it up there. Okay, now, let me show you what I have in mind. Where are they at? Okay, I'm going to have to find them. Those little squares I had earlier, I'll go there. So I'll find them, and then we'll work on it from there. Okay, I got a problem that I didn't think was going to become a problem, but is a problem. Right here in this corner, if I fold this over this way to sew it down, and then I do this side, that right there is going to be way too much to put under my sewing machine. So, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to trim this down, and I'm going to have to come up with some strips that will go all the way around it and put another border, a small border on it. So I'm thinking about, these are here 2.5, and I think 1 inch. I don't think I'd rather have the 2. Have the 2 inches and put a border all the way around it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through and I'm going to level all this right here up all the way around, and I'm going to put a border like this on it. And if I have to, then I will go with a different color, like on a corner or something, to make it all blend in and look good. And then, I don't know if you can see this or not. Yeah, scoot you back here. This right here part, we'll come back and fix it after we do this. So, I guess I'll see you then when I get that done. But that right there, I was not expecting. Alright, I got that sewed on. And now, I'm going to take it and turn it over and pin it all down. And then take it and finish putting it on there. So, now we're on to this part. We're getting it done. After we get this done, then we got to work on the corner that is right here. So, I've took my time with this quilt, and I'm happy that I did. It's turning out really pretty. I'm really happy with it. Now, the thing of it is I want to see how much of a border I got. So we got right here. I I got like 6.5-inch border. I wanted a 9. So I guess I'm going to have to live with all that. So I'll see you whenever I put them corners back on. I've got it sewed all the way around now. Now we're going to work on this right here part. I have 4 of these I've already sewed all the way around. So now what we're going to do is we're going to just lay it down there on top of it. And this is too thick to even try to sew around. So we're going to have to do it by hand. And the reason why I already sewed it around it is it makes it look like that I did take it to the sewing machine. And it makes it look better, I think. So now all we got to do is we got to put this down here and make sure we cover all of it up. And then we're going to start sewing it down by hand. So whenever I get done with it, I will show you what it looks like. Here's what it looks like, and it looks pretty good. And let me show you one of the corners. Can you see how it looks there? It looks like it's supposed to be there. I think it looks, look at here. I already got me a fan ready to lay on it. Alrighty, I hope you enjoy. This right here is what the back of it looked like. Ain't it pretty?